You're tuned in to O Comes the Dawn on NorthCoastUnderground.com and Facebook Live. Welcome to O Comes the Dawn with Lisi and Kev, the show that reflects on life's lessons, whether good, bad, or ugly. Each week, we talk about ourselves, each other, and even you if you let us. Why? Because nothing's off limits when we use our lessons to help others. So tune in to our show on Facebook Live and NorthCoastUnderground.com and share with us what dawned on you today. It just may save someone some time, or at least make them smile. Hey, welcome to O Comes the Dawn with Lisa, Kev, and JB. JB will be joining us momentarily. We're still trying to get him on track with the time. Because what you about to say? You on mute.
I was trying to text him. He knows the time. He won't give him no excuse.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway. So, welcome to O Comes the Dawn with Lisa, Kev, and JB, the show that talks about life's lessons, whether good, bad, or ugly. Each week, we talk about ourselves, each other, and you, if you let us. Why? Because nothing is off limits when we use life lessons to help each other. So tune in each and every week on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. where we talk about what dawned on us today. And what does that mean? What has life taught you? What new illumination? What hack have you learned? All the little things that we have learned over the past week, over the past years, over our lifetime. We like to share those things with each other in hopes that we all can grow. So we ask ourselves the same question each week, and we ask you too. So welcome, Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to the show, and let's start off with Kev.
Oh, we're gonna start off. We ain't gonna end it.
Did I say we was gonna end it?
Well, usually the past few weeks.
I've been saying we gonna end it.
Yeah, we ended it last week, but no, we can go ahead.
I'm confused. We ended it last week with We ended it last week with not with the donning, what dawned on us. We ended it with the Donner report. Yeah.
What dawned on me, I thought we was gonna end it with that. I'm confused, I guess.
Okay.
Honestly, what dawned on me, I have nothing too much, but just getting old.
You just don't learn nothing in life.
I am.
You just don't learn nothing. Like life ain't taught you nothing.
Nothing. Getting old is one of the worst things out there, because this morning I was getting in the shower, I'm taking off my socks or whatever, and I coughed. And I strained a muscle in my back. Now, granted, I just went through a whole workout yesterday. Didn't pull nothing.
Ain't that crazy?
So that's what dawned on me. It's like, no matter how much you do when you work out, it's the simplest little thing that you can hurt yourself. And this, man, getting old is a trip.
I think the same thing. I go to the gym every day almost, and still I be like, why am I tired? I'm tired.
Yeah.
I should have more energy. I should be doing more.
Yeah.
Well, but whatever.
Yeah. But I think with me also, I didn't stretch much when I got home yesterday. I drank water, replenished my fluids, and I, stretched a little bit before I left the gym. Because he had me squatting. I was, squatting 2.5 yesterday. He trying to get my strength back up.
I don't know what 2.5 is.
2.5 pounds, 250 pounds. So.
When you do a squat, you do it with weight.
Yeah. Well, I got a personal trainer I do on Mondays.
Okay.
So
okay.
He's trying to get me back into the shape I would like to be in, especially being my age. I'm not a dinosaur, but I am a fossil.
What? A fossil is older than a dinosaur.
Well, I'm older than a dinosaur. Then.
You're a dinosaur. You can be a dinosaur. When you die, you become a fossil.
Fossil,
What now?
Now what?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
And you brought him in as soon as he moved.
He comes back.
As soon as he walked away, you brought him in. So bring our brother in. Brother, I have a question.
What's up with you?
So I thought he had the same login we have. No?
I do,
Yeah.
but that's my buzzing thing, and we haven't squared that away yet. Kevin came over and helped me out with that one yet. So I'm using my phone. And,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And
'Cause
y'all
I'm
know
like, why can't you just bring yourself in?
yeah, I could, but it's still buzzing. And plus, as y'all notice, I ain't got my headphones on. My a screw fell out my headphones, man, and my
You losing screws?
I lost a screw.
That's a
in my
great joke.
I knew you had a
I lost
screw.
a screw.
I knew you had a screw loose all this time. All this time.
You knew you was nutty.
Right.
Man, I got you. I got about 10 mics. So, I'm pretty sure I got something.
So now it's just strictly phone right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say your phone ain't got no buzzing. You are really clear. We can hear you well. So I ain't the phone.
You ain't hating?
I ain't hating on the phone. I ain't hating on the phone. Welcome, JB.
What's up, then, peoples?
You got a yeah.
Y'all,
That computer got a USB. I got you, dog.
All right.
it's hot.
I got
Yeah. I need all that. I need all that, buddy.
Turn
Y'all,
your heat down.
it's
The
hot.
gas is high. Turn your heat down.
Listen, everything is hot.
Put some clothes on. You see, I'm in here with a hoodie on.
I see you bundled up. Snuggled real nice
You're
and warm.
snuggled.
I had my heat down to 67. I turned it down that night. Then when I got home, I didn't even think about it. I started getting my hands start hurting. You know, like, man, my fingertips was white. I was like, oh, I turn my heat on.
Not your fingertips. Now that's crazy.
Turn it away.
Right.
Fingertips is numb right now, tingling. But yeah, as far as for my back, it's on me. I should have been stretching. You know, I should have, knowing I'm older, I did a strenuous workout. You know, I just came home at 8 and just passed out pretty much. Watched TV for a little bit, and that was it.
And it blew you back up?
Nah, pause. Nah, but
What is that?
you blew your back out.
Yeah, that sounds. JB, this is a family show.
My bad.
I was saying what dawned on me is it sucks getting old because I never was the one to complain about anything. But this morning I was trying to take off my socks or something. I kind of coughed, being stooped over, and I
He was trying to take off his sock and bend over.
back. Straight was my back, so my back was hurting. I've been stretching it, but I feel a lot better. It's getting old.
That sounds so old.
I'm lifting all these weights yesterday, then today I just coughed this morning in my.
I coughed.
He said I tried to put my sock on and I coughed.
I was trying to take it off.
Oh, that's great.
Did that hurt your back? Hey.
Cough. No, I cough. You know, let out. I was like, ooh. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
On me for not properly stretching when I got done, you know, working out. So, but that's what dawned on me. Getting old. It has its perks, but it also has its terrible down.
Oh well.
No doubt.
So what dawned on you, JB?
Well, on your getting old quick, you know your boy turned 50 Thursday or
What?
Friday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Friday was your birthday? Yeah, Friday was my birthday. Your boy turned a big 5-0.
Okay, happy birthday. Happy belated.
Appreciate it. But
Happy belated birthday, my friend. And I forgot your birthday.
He forgot your birthday. Kevin.
As my father's.
It's all good.
Were you having a moment?
It's all good.
That's crazy. Because then yours, Jalil's is
Today.
Yesterday.
Yes, sir. Yeah. But on that note, man, yeah, I'm following down on that stream with him. I'm in the same canal, same canoe with the other oar. You know what I'm saying? Just getting old as dirt out this piece. But you know, I'm glad. I tell people,
Welcome to the 50 Club, man. Welcome to the
you know, I tell people, you know, that I'm happy to see it because I got a lot of people I know, a lot of friends, a lot of close partners that didn't get a chance to see it. So, you know, me and Kev is from the era where black men's life expectancy was 16, 17, 18 years old. So it was a big deal when I turned 25.
Because of your thug life? Huh?
Not our thug life, just because our surroundings. The tale of the young black male was crucial in the 90s.
Gotcha.
So we wasn't expected 20. You know, they was about to put us on the endangered species list, if y'all remember that. But yeah, it's, you know, it's a big deal, you know, when you know a lot of people that didn't see 25, and you know a lot of people that didn't see 30, you know, you reflect, and you're grateful, you know, you praise that you get to see it.
And seeing 21 to be able to take a legal shot with him too is just, you know, then we in our 40s when we lost Kenji, so you know what I'm saying, still
Yeah, you know, so it's a good blessing, but you know, it brings you grounded, it brings you back, it humbles you. You know what I mean? Because you get to thinking about all your partners that didn't see it, all your partners that won't see it. So it's bittersweet.
survivor's remorse almost, you know.
Right, exactly. That's the term I was looking for. Survivor's remorse. Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I don't
but
know.
on that note, man, I'm blessed. I'm happy to see it, man. I'm good. I'm 50, but I don't look it. Except for when I don't shave, you know what I'm saying? Besides this right here. But other than that, I'm cool.
Got some flour in your chin.
Yeah, you know, I was making biscuits earlier today. Poof. But yeah, man, it was a calm, cool, collected birthday. Relax. Watched a lot of tournament basketball.
Yeah.
Was kind of going back and forth in my dome on if I wanted to do something or if I didn't want to do something. That's that Pisces curse. So
your boys, the tournament. But go ahead. I don't want to stop you.
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't hear from you that day.
Nah, I'm not, you know, I'm not the rub it in type.
Stop it. Stop it. You know damn well I'd have called you. Get him out of here. You know damn well.
I just, because I would be, you know, we was up 20-25, whatever the case may be, and you know, in that tournament game to, you know, and knowing that, you know, I don't think Caleb would have had a chance to come back, but you about to lose. You know, I guess you're supposed to be getting another dog coming up in the recruiting class this year. But
yeah, we got two nice ones coming in. Two nice ones.
Yeah, but your boy Stephen A was like, you need to get Hubert out of there.
Yeah, I agree. As much as I like Hugh, he's ran his course. Need to get that boy Stackhouse in the building.
Are y'all sports in it right now? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. He was talking about still down on him being in the 50. Then he was talking about watching hoop that his team lost over the weekend.
Oh,
just reminded me. But I feel
they lost to Duke.
Nah.
Well,
last game. Yeah, go ahead. But yeah,
not last week, but yeah, the week before. It's all good.
So
Kev is just being a hater right now, is what we're saying.
Actually, I feel bad because I ain't called my dude on his actual day.
Yeah, you suck.
I really, for real. So you know, this weekend.
You suck. Yeah.
You know, it's all good, brother.
Yeah,
it's all good.
You going to Columbus too? Saturday? What you doing?
Don't look like it, man. They done got me hemmed up on some old 275 person bar mitzvah. 1 to 9. I mean, I can leave at 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, be down there by 10, 11. That's my best bet. But I mean,
on Saturday or
it's actual on Saturday. Like,
excuse me.
Okay. Yes.
What does this have to do with O Comes to Don?
With Don me also, like I didn't ask my boy or wish him a happy birthday. I didn't ask him about this coming weekend. This coming weekend, we have a friend of ours who actually had his 50th birthday yesterday, and he's having a party in Columbus.
There you go. See, you got to bring it. If we're going to talk about stuff, you got to bring it in so it makes sense to all of us.
Thanks. Listen.
We can't just be in here on you and JB's conversation. You got to say, hey, you're invited. Sorry, we intruded.
About before, it's an Evite he gave out. He wanted everybody to wear Ralph Lauren or polo, basically. So
see, that's how you bring the people in, Kev.
They invited.
You gotta give. But then you don't talk about it on the show. We got to talk about show etiquette again. Let's go over show etiquette again.
We go to Old Country party there with Evites.
They didn't down on everybody. Y'all ain't teaching nobody nothing. Y'all they ain't even invited.
It was kind of interweave. It was kind of interweave with the birthday thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's
my
point. You got to say that.
Yeah.
You got to say that because there's people who didn't see this show.
We was feeling tough while our person jumped off and had their mic muted. So we was just feeling.
I told you I was hot. You told me to go turn the heat down. I was listening. That's your fault. You told me.
Now that you're back and yelling at everybody.
Cracked open the window, turn on the fan, cool. Turn on the AC, cool.
It dawned on me that my timing is not like it used to be about stuff. Like I've always been kind of this takes this amount of time, this takes this amount of time, kind of person. And so, like I said earlier, and that could be, I'm trying to think about whether it's procrastination or if it was, there was a point to it. So I always kind of time things out to try and figure out, when to do what and how long it's going to take and all that stuff. So I figured I was just making burgers and fries, which it did take an hour, but it took the wrong hour. I should have started at 5:30 instead of 6 o'clock. I thought my son got off at like 5:30. So I was trying to make sure that his food would kind of be fresh so he didn't have to worry about warming it up and he could eat when everybody else ate. But instead, it took until almost 7. Then I'm hurrying up to eat a burger. And so
I took an hour to make hamburgers and fries. You cut the fries out of potato by hand?
You said, why did it take an hour?
That's what I'm saying. You must have been cutting the fries.
No, I'm cooking for 5 people. And so, yeah.
It's like
so
9 burgers.
10. Everybody got 2. So yeah. And then so for the most part, you can't fit 10 burgers in all at once. So, so I had to, be strategic. And then I gave everybody onion. So I had to cut up the onion. And then I had to take the meat out, put the onions under, put the meat back in so that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're
doing. And then I always cook French fries now in the air fryer. But again, that air fryer is not going to fit enough for 5 people. So I had to do another batch. So it was just, technicalities. So I should have done 5:30 to 6:30 instead of 6 to 7 because it was I set aside an hour. But I was just figuring I would be done by the show. But I need to eat. I try and eat before the show starts so that I'm not eating at 9 o'clock at night. So yeah. So I'm noticing what dawned on me is that I'm noticing that I am kind of a little, I don't want to say lax in my time, but I'm kind of having to process a little bit more.
Were you micromanaging before? Is what you're saying?
No, well, so in my head, for my piece, I've always kind of tried to be strategic with things. So as far as like, I went from 1 kid to 3. So going from 1 kid to 3, I was like, okay, how is this going to work so that it fits in my life? I can get to places on time and all this stuff. So I always kind of structure everybody with a time schedule. You get 15 minutes, you get, you know what I'm saying? So because then it's 4 people and then, one more person. So now it's just a matter of kind of shifting and figuring out, when to do what. And then everybody has different schedules. It was different. It's different when everybody is in school, so they all have the same schedule. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the only variable. But then we have some working, some school, some, all over the place. So, just trying, and then I'm trying to cook rather than just buying out. Because days like this, I would just buy food. You know what I'm saying? Like I would just, especially Tuesdays for the show, it's either we was having something easy like tacos. We were having, I have Voila meals, the meal that came all in the, everything comes into one thing, one skillet meal. There we go.
Hello
So
Fresh.
Huh?
Like a Hello Fresh.
No, I ain't spending no money on HelloFresh. That's too expensive. Voila is at Walmart. And it's just a bag. And it has all the ingredients. So the onion, the veggies, the pasta, the meat. It all comes in one thing. You just put it in the skillet and then add the sauce. So, it's always just been kind of something quick on show day so that I'm not stressed about trying to fit this in. But, with which burgers and fries ain't stressful. It was just the timing in which I, decided to cook it. But yeah.
So you're saying you got a hamburger sitting in front of you right now?
I ate that mug. That's why we started the show. That's why we started the show at 7:07. It just so happened too that I was about to pause eating my food, but then my computer was acting stupid. I was like, you better eat this food while you're working on this computer. So it worked out, but like I ate it too. I definitely ate it too fast. But that mug was good. Okay. I used some of the Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah.
Little seasoning, little seasoned soy, little garlic, little pepper.
Yeah, and that Worcestershire sauce in the burger is the secret ingredient.
Exactly. Especially so sometimes I do the ones you make yourself. But today, no, I had the frozen patties. So in order to make them frozen patties come alive, you have, you got to add something special. So, and it was juicy. Listen, this no. But yeah, so that's what dawned on me. Just trying to, I'm always shifting to figure out what's the new schedule. Life has shifted. So what's the new schedule? You're always having to, always having to juggle, always having to, reevaluate. Life is about constantly reevaluating. Okay, life has shifted, life has changed. Things have been added, things have been taken away. So what now? So that's what dawned on me. I'm in another shift. And another one will be coming.
Forks in the roads.
Yeah. Another one will be coming. Ellington will be driving soon. He will have his license soon, rather. He's been driving for over a year, but he'll have his license soon. So I know that'll be yet another shift.
Nervous?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. Not so much nervous. I just know I know my child.
Right.
My child gonna have to try and have my car all the time.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You hear him? Did you hear him? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
He's either gonna try and have my car all the time, or he's gonna try and get a car and be gone all the time.
No, I'm not.
I know my child. No, he tries to be gone all the time and he ain't got no vehicle. So I already know when he gets one, how that goes. But I tell you one thing that will detour a kid from, not all the way, but that will exhaust the kid is when you ask them to go to the store all the time.
That's
I'll do it. Right now.
Yep. No. Yeah. That's first go around.
That's right now. Right now.
Yeah.
Right
As a
now.
high school kid, I got the trifecta. I got a job, car, and a girlfriend. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen. So you got to remember too, kids got something that we did not have. Uber and Lyft.
Well, we had a taxi, but
But the taxis
Yeah,
was
the
a lot
Metro.
more expensive.
The Metro was 50 cents and $1.
Listen,
We had
I caught the bus. I got in
Me
trouble
too.
a many day going to see a boyfriend on the bus. Okay. But I'm just saying, when you get a car,
Uber and Lyft, huh? Needed Uber and Lyft.
they got Uber and Lyft. Yeah, so he'd be like, can we go out? And then next thing I know, they taking an Uber to the movies. They taking an Uber to dinner. They're,
Let me use their card tomorrow.
you hear him?
Yeah.
I should let him use my car tomorrow. He ain't got no license yet. Let him use.
Next week.
You gotta practice driving.
Listen, now I will say he is a pretty good driver. Ellington, come and get this, please. He's a pretty good driver.
Responsible.
Yes, he's responsible. I can say he's responsible, but I just don't want him to get feisty. Dash has it. I don't want him to get too relaxed. You know
Start
how?
feeling yourself too
Yeah,
much.
get too relaxed and start driving with one hand and then taking chances. I ain't got time for that.
Going to my senior year, got money in my pocket. Let's go.
Listen, I know, about to be a senior too. Listen, there's all kinds of stuff wrong with this situation.
Yeah. We've seen this movie
everything.
before.
I got a sitting room with Frank Betty.
Listen,
We'll get ready to go to senior year. The field is open.
Yeah.
and give him a new one, L.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely seen that movie.
Right?
Well, how was
Come here, boy.
Ken, was you nervous when Maylee started driving?
Come
I'm
on.
nervous every day. She's been driving for over 2 years or a year. I'm nervous every day just because she's a young female out here in the, this world like that. But as far as for her driving, not really. I know she's a careful driver, Jared, of course you're nervous when you get it because they don't drive. You got to put them in a parking lot. Well, hell, you get 2 kids. What's up with Braylon? Braylon trying to drive? Does he got his license?
You got his tips, but now they didn't change the game on you. You got to pay $400 to get your actual driver's license, like to actual do the driving course. You got to pay like $400.
We paid $5.
They changed the age from 16 to 18, though, didn't they?
No, it's even and when you 18,
16
you still got restrictions until Ellington.
to 21.
You got restrictions until what? You 21? Yeah.
Because I thought they just changed that from 16 to like maybe just got right in under that they changed it to 18 or something like that. Or
So it used to be where you didn't because when I got my license, I waited until I was 18 to actually get my license, and I didn't have to do no classes.
But if you do
Now they have to take classes.
Even at 18, that's what it is.
Even at 18, yeah.
Yeah. So that's where he at right now because he's 18, and so it's either so he's trying to map that out. But my oldest, my daughter Brielle, she about a month and a half ago got into a pretty bad car accident.
Oh yeah. How is she?
Yeah, she's easing into it. They checking out her foot, like everything is healing, but she's having this problem with her foot. You know what I'm saying? Her foot is not cooperating with the healing process right now. So besides that, she's coming along. She's slowly but surely getting to it. She's frustrated as all be because she's tired of sitting in the house all damn day. But
absolutely, I get that.
Yeah, and she ready to get back to work and stuff. But I'm telling her, you gotta let your body heal, man. If not, you ain't gonna be right. You young enough that you can heal and have a pretty good normal
life
after this. So follow your doctor's rules.
Absolutely. So she can heal correctly.
Yeah, and you don't. This won't. When you get my age, you won't have stuff popping up on you. So, I mean, as frustrated and hard headed as she is, she's trying her best.
Good. I'm glad she's all right. I saw that car.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy. I know you done lost your mind.
Yeah, it was nerve wracking, and the funny part about that is, yeah, I know I work at Twinsburg at the hotel, and we on this 360 thing to where we all got GPSs and we all know where each other's at all at the same time. So when she got into the accident, it was literally on what's that, 271 right there, Kev, coming right along, going into Oakwood,
Expressway
or is that 480? 271.
71.
Yeah. So she was right there on 271, about 2 minutes up 271 from the hotel that I was at. So when I saw where she was at, I'm like, oh well, let me get over there to where she at. Then by the time I got to moving, traffic them backed up, and it took me like 30 minutes to get to the accident site. The car was gone by the time I got there. So she was at the hospital and everything was all good. But yeah, it was crazy. Once I saw the damage on the truck, I was only like imagining what that little Honda
That's
Civic
what I'm
was
about to
like.
say. Yeah. If you would have seen what her car looked like, it might have been, more scary for you.
Oh, I would have spazzed. I would have
Yeah.
spazzed out for sure.
Absolutely.
So I guess it's a good thing that it worked out the way it worked out. But she good. She getting better. She came over actually Sunday. Hung out with me for a couple hours. Her and her husband and
Good.
her dog Mia. So yeah, she's coming along real nice and slowly.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry I didn't ask sooner.
Thanks. Yeah, it's nuts because you got the whole whose fault lawyer stuff.
Yeah.
That's a whole different type of story for a different type of day, but
Yeah,
so
it was liable.
All right. At this time, Kev, would you like to do Donnie Report?
You want me to do Donnie Report?
Yes.
Yeah.
That sound real. Hey, would you like for me to do the Donnie Report?
Would you like me to do it?
Just saying.
Would you like me to do it?
Try me. I'll do it. I swear I'll do it.
I swear it.
You're tuned in to O Comes the Dawn on NorthCoastUnderground.com and Facebook Live. And now here's Kev with the Dawning Report. That's your local and global news and your trending topics.
Yeah, this is Kev with the Donnie Report. A few short stories of things that's going on across the country and around the world. So let's get off into it.
Would you like background music?
First up.
Would you like it?
Something to ride to.
Yeah. Let's do this. No. That one is too chill. See, that's day night driving. Okay, let's focus.
First up, shout out to my DJ. Top Senate Republicans have said they had a plan that could end a nearly 40-day shutdown early. The partial shutdown that's affecting the Department of Homeland Security. Their plan is to fund all the DHS except for a small portion of the immigration enforcement budget to present to the Democratic Party. So if that passes, the Republican would try to muscle through a partisan bill, not bipartisan, partisan bill, basically doing so without no Democratic votes, and hopefully a chance to fund the rest of the Immigration Customs Enforcement Agency, or ICE, basically. GOP leaders had a meeting with the White House, at the White House with President Trump on Monday to propose the plan. But President Trump is not a fan of the plan, saying that any deal they make, I'm pretty much not happy. Top Democrats said they need more in the plan to support it, with Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer telling reporters, we're looking at their proposal and we have a counter offer. Basically, what the Democrats want is for them not to wear face masks, basically. Both sides are looking for a deal to end the shutdown soon. The shutdown is just not affecting DHS. It's also affecting TSA agents who basically are calling off. Airports are a mess right now. They're short-staffed. TSA agents are calling off due to some of them not wanting to work or, not wanting to work right now while not getting paid. Because actually next week, maybe the week after, they would miss their second paycheck if the shutdown continues.
Didn't they deploy troops in?
Now they have ICE agents in certain airports.
ICE agents, there we go.
With the crowd control, supposedly. So we'll see how that works out. It's crazy seeing them in there because they all carrying their guns around and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We're one of those countries we talk about. We're a third world country, y'all.
Yay! Just what I wanted.
Starving kids in America. Speaking of
not even Christmas.
Speaking of airports, real quick, that the Air Canada jet hit a fire truck in LaGuardia Airport yesterday, early Monday morning, killing the pilot, Antonio Forrest, and the co-pilot. I haven't got the co-pilot's name yet. Actually, as it was landing, a fire truck was coming across the tarmac or runway or what have you, and basically the nose of the plane flipped. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody saw that video, and that's why basically the pilots were killed instantly, basically. But the fire truck is actually responding to another airline, a United Airlines flight that had reported a weird odor on board of the plane. 41 passenger and crew members were taken to hospitals, with 32 at the time of this being released. I'm pretty sure a few more has been released so far. The National Transportation Safety Board, as well as the Transportation Safety Board of Canada, are investigating into this fatal. Gas prices. Gas today, y'all, is $3.98 a gallon. It's up 2 cents from yesterday and up basically 85 cents from last year. It's basically up $1 overall over the past month, honestly. So with this war going on and everything else, and they said it was a refinery down in Texas that caught fire too. So gas prices about to be nasty. That's why I had to tell my co-host to turn the heat down, because conserve heat.
You ain't got to tell me to turn it down if it's hot.
Waste too much time.
Put some more clothes on, Chirins.
Get dressed. But today's date is March 24th. If you have a birthday today, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to KB. He was last Friday.
Woohoo!
As well as my father. May he rest in heaven.
Amen. Rest in peace.
But if you have one today, the 24th, you share with the likes of fashion designer Tommy Hilfiger, NFL player DeMar Hamlin is 28. Tommy Hilfiger is 75. You remember DeMar Hamlin, JB?
Yep.
28 NFL.
So a boy from the Bills that almost died on the field, right?
Yeah, it went into cardiac arrest on the 3. And he actually had blood coming out of his nose and stuff like that. So, but
I remember watching that game live.
Yeah, it made a return though, so he's doing well.
Yeah.
NBA player, retired NBA player, Chris Bosh is 42. Actress Jessica Chastain is 49.
Who is that?
Jessica Chastain. She played. I remember from X-Men.
You just be throwing people out there. I don't know who that is.
Yes. See, I gotta show you.
Jessica Chastain.
Let me see.
Justine.
I forget how you know people but don't know people. You got to see a picture.
Thank you for remembering. Show me a picture. Oh, there be some scary pictures. It was somebody on there. What she play on? What she?
She was Zero Dark 30. I remember I watched that. That was about the capture of Bin
The
Laden.
Help. There we go.
The Help, Interstellar. And she
You
also
gotta
played,
remind me.
she played in the X-Men movie also.
Okay. Thank you.
That's
Thank you, Kev.
Actress Allison Hannigan is 52. What you gonna say, JB?
I ain't seen none of that.
Seen her in what? Oh, well, because I seen her in those movies. That's why I know that. That's why I put her down. I usually put I know I have seen. I know you've seen The Girl Next Door.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
American Pie.
Yeah,
American Pie girl.
Pie, exactly.
I
And
remember,
How I Met
remember
Your-
one time in band camp.
What?
That's the band camp chick.
That's the
That
band.
stick-
Stuck her
Stick
feet.
trumpets up people's.
Yeah, yeah. And
It's
the
one time at band camp.
Yeah,
NFL Hall of Famer Peyton Manning is 50.
Woohoo! Peyton Manning.
A lot of people who passed away I didn't put on here. I know you know him, don't you, Robert Cordine?
No,
You know Harry Houdini?
that's the one that scared me.
Houdini?
I was
Well,
like, whoo,
1874 to 1926. So yeah, he looked like Dracula, don't he?
Dracula.
everybody looked like Dracula back then.
I'm just saying.
Was that Pop Smoke?
Nah, I would have put Pop Smoke. That's DeMar Hamlin.
Oh, that's what I am. Yeah, it looked like Pop Smoke.
Steve McQueen. I know you heard of Steve McQueen.
Mm-hmm. Rebel Without a Cause.
There you go. There you go. Wrestler Undertaker. He is 61. And Jim Parsons, actor, he is 53. I'm trying to see if anybody. That's them too. These are the two most popular people born today.
We don't know those people. we don't care. We don't care.
National holidays today. Well, actually, this week is National Cleaning Week. It is also a week of solidarity with the people struggling against racism and racial discrimination. Imagine that. There's also Tick Bite Prevention Week, along with
I've been waiting all year for that.
International Day for Achievers.
People like me, high IQ people.
National Reverse Drug Event Awareness Day. There's National Cheesesteak Day, which I'm probably gonna grab one of those at 9 o'clock. I'm gonna eat late. You don't have to. National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day, and also National Each Person is a Person of Worth Day.
Aw, national. They couldn't just say you are somebody. Would they have had to pay for that?
Am somebody. And that is the Donna Report.
Thank you so much, Kevin, for the Donna Report.
Yeah, get that 70 Ron Jeremy music on.
You a hater. I liked my music.
You know,
Yeah.
cheesesteak do sound real good.
You making noise. You could have made a cheeseburger. My cheeseburgers were delicious.
I'm going to make a cheesesteak tortellini this weekend.
Cheesesteak tortellini. That sounds good. What is that? Like a
Let's get
like
shaved
an Alfredo sauce or like a cheese sauce?
cheese sauce. Let's get shaved steak. Peppers. If you want the peppers and onions, then you can mix in your grated Parmesan or
But you want tortellini. You can't just have penne.
and a little. Well, I got some. It's cheese tortellini, so there's more cheese within that also. So
I get
Yeah,
it. I get
yeah.
see the chef. You know what I'm saying? Put the little heavy whip
Okay.
there and get everything together. Cook the meat, put it aside, and get everything the dishes together.
Yeah. Get you some nice chunk of garlic bread, and you ready to go.
You just made JB hungry, didn't you?
Man,
Tortellini, it's a new. You probably. I never. Yeah. That's one of those recipes I found online and did it a few times. Now I have somebody asking to prepare it. So
no,
Who
that
asked
sounded
you?
good. Immediately, right off top.
personal business.
Cheesesteak tortellini. That should sound good, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Since he missed your birthday, tell him to make you a plate.
You just gotta, if you're gonna make it, just put a little bit of the Tupperware dish, set it aside
Right.
for me.
That's
so
right.
Come
That's
on.
right. You ain't said nothing but a word. You
That's
better
all.
Tupperware.
I'll let you know Sunday.
Tupperware.
It'll be Sunday when we get back. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah.
check me
'Cause
out.
where you going?
I have a
Columbus?
few goodies. Columbus, yeah, Columbus Day.
Columbus Day.
Yeah, going down to Columbus to hang out. It's been a while. I'm in between excited and you know, because I haven't done much, but I done told my dude I'll be there, you know, and that's one thing, JB. You know, I have always been that person to try and give my word, and yeah. If I say I'm there, I'll be there.
I guess
I
you
know.
give your word. You won't gonna forget his birthday.
That's right. That's why it's burning. That's why it's burning my britches that I can't. I mean, I'm gonna get out of it. I'm getting out of it. I'm gonna go.
That's a 50-year-old man term. It's burning my britches. That I can.
Butter my biscuits.
Oh, man.
My biscuits is burning.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to go bad, man, but it's just they got me hooked up. I know I can pull it. I know I can pull it off. I can pull it off. I know I can, but it's gonna come at a cost. I know it. But
it starts at 6, so 6 to 11, and I don't know what that party gonna be doing. So
I told you to get you stay out of trouble, Kevin. Stop trying to put him in trouble all the time. He can't be your friend if you're gonna put him in trouble. JB.
What about
JB? Just stay out of trouble, JB. If it's gonna keep peace, you just stay out of trouble, JB. Just keep your eyes on the prize, JB.
No influence since the mid-20s.
Oh, horrible influence.
Been a bit cool.
He's never forced me to do nothing.
Never forced me to do anything. I don't know.
Hey, he wasn't gonna ride with me though.
Hey, all you gotta do is just present the opportunity, and I'm with you, my brother.
It just be like, bet. Bet. Got you. Rewrite it, Don.
But I mean, I could pull it off. It's just that I got to figure out a good time to get off. You know what I'm saying? That I can make it down there.
Y'all gonna have to talk about this trip later, because this is not what Don don't all of us.
Sorry.
Y'all in this Columbus trip, and I'll be glad when Columbus is over. Okay. Yes, Lord.
It's been a long time, man. It's been a minute for us boys to gather up all at one time and cut
I guess
loose.
next week we just might as well make the show about what happened in Columbus, or does what happened in Columbus stay in Columbus?
Well, not me. Not me.
Whatever. Anyway, look, y'all. It's 7:55 and we about to go into our topic.
Yes,
Good job. Next week, we'll have to wrap up what dawned on us by 7:30. Let's work on 7:30.
Wow, what's going on next week?
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Because sometimes we won't have enough time for our topic. That's all I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? And then we're rushing through it. So I just want to make sure that we always have enough time for our topic. Okay.
Good stuff.
Yes. So this week's topic is growing up too fast. So we want to talk about the things that that we've experienced and that maybe our children aren't experiencing now, or that others have experienced that has made them grow up too fast in different situations. So, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, because sometimes it can be, you know, we was kicking it. And so, you know what I'm saying? Everything doesn't have to be so dark. But at the same time, I know there are many situations that had us feeling like, I don't know if I should have had to endure that, or if I should have had to step into that space. And I know for us being parents, it's also hard to talk to our children about not growing up too fast. Hey, You don't have to experience this now. I know I'm constantly going through that because of the one that's about to drive. I'm constantly trying to slow him down.
That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, I'm constantly trying to have to slow him down. It's not just him, but it's mainly him. It's him and the girl.
Yeah.
Funny enough, it's not the oldest. It's the oldest is fine. He's going steady. But it's the younger two who are really, and I think it's because the oldest kind of, he experienced some realities. And he has already, he's been in the military and out and, just dealt with some things that the other two haven't. So that may be, and I probably scared the bejesus out of him. So I know that's where I'm coming from with this topic. Growing up too fast, trying to stop them from having to experience some of the things that I did, trying to stop them from making decisions right now that are going to affect them long term. And coming from experience, and even not coming from experience, because there's some things that I didn't experience, but I saw other people experience around my age that I'm like, hey, if you do this too soon. Yeah. So would anybody like to start first on this topic, or you want me to go into mine first? Because I don't usually start out first.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. So my thing is trying to get a young couple who is in love to understand that, first of all, they may not be forever. That's always hard. But also, if they are,
Didn't say that, did you?
yeah, but to him, not to both of them. But I did insinuate that things are always going to seem like it could be forever. But I don't want them to limit themselves. So my conversation is, even if you're together or apart, I want to see you succeed. And that's for both of them. And that's what I keep trying to stress to them. Like, be honest, be upfront, don't be sneaky. And I know some of it is going to come, whatever. But my thing is, communicate openly and take things slow, because I don't want no grandbaby, because I'm not about to raise no grandbaby. I already said it. Well, your daddy can jump in, okay?
You had that young couple, had them guessing. Now
Well, no,
Right.
that's the first thing that everybody always goes to. Everybody's always nervous about kids having sex, okay? And if I don't know nothing else, it's not just about kids having sex. It's about kids experiencing things too soon. Like, there's certain stuff I want them to just be able to be kids on. And it's a time period, like, even emotionally, if you are stressed all the time and you always like this, I feel like as a kid you shouldn't have to have all those emotions. And don't get me wrong, I understand that hormones play a big part in it, but I used to tell my kid, perfect example, I used to tell them with the game all the time, if you are not having fun playing this game, turn it off. If this game is frustrating you to the point where you're knocking on the desk and you yelling and you frustrated and all this stuff, that's not actually fun.
You haven't played the game.
No, but I'm just saying, it is part of the game. But also, you shouldn't have to experience this. Like, I don't want I guess part of my psyche, and maybe that's where I'm wrong with the game situation, but part of my psyche is, if something is always frustrating you, if something always have you high anxiety, you're always like on edge, that's not something I want to experience all the time.
Yeah.
I don't even watch suspenseful movies all the time. I don't watch scary movies all the time. I want things that are going to keep me level because I want my psyche to be okay. Like you're being up, you being down. You're being up, you being down. You're not ever level. Certain stuff like that messes with your mind, you know. And so you got all these, especially you got all these kids on anti-anxiety medication and a whole bunch of adults that's on anxiety medication because we're certain stuff, like it's a certain level of stuff we're supposed to experience. So we got to make sure that we are balancing all of this stuff out so that we are not giving ourselves heart attacks when we don't have to. So like the thrill seeking, like if I'm a person who does roller coasters, if I'm a person who does, you know, all that, if I'm a person who watches the scary movies, if I'm a person who wants to skydive and all that stuff, if I'm a person who seeks that, I don't want the stresses of life to be affecting me too. You know what I'm saying? Got to be a balance. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm trying to teach them is what's the balance? What's the balance to it? Because right now, if you're in a relationship and you're experiencing ups and downs like I am at 40 something, then that's crazy. Get rid of that person. You know, like I'm
not teenage.
like,
it's not teenage love. I mean,
it's teenage love, but it's just me trying to make sure that teenage love doesn't turn into adult
grown man
frustration. because here's the thing, this is the time now where I am trying to help you navigate through these things. So, you know, I give them tools. I talk to both of them. I talk to them individually. Let me talk to you individually so that you have the tools so that when you're older, you're more prepared to have conversations. You're more prepared to adjust to the other person or choose yourself. Like I want him to be able to choose himself if need be. Don't be so engaged that you end up engaged. And now you have created a whole life for yourself. And don't get me wrong, from the time I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I wanted to be married early. Like I did not want to date a whole bunch of people. I wanted to find my person, be married, and be married for life. I just wanted my homie. I wanted my lifetime homie. So I'm not saying that it can't happen. All I'm saying is I don't want you to look back and have regrets that you don't have to. And so I think sometimes
that's almost life, though. You know, it's
well, yeah, but if
that you're going to regret, you know. But I get what you're saying. You're trying to make sure he compartmentalize everything so he's not growing up too fast. He's not making decisions that he shouldn't be doing. You know,
yeah.
It comes time for him to really have to make that decision that's going to affect his life in the future.
Yeah.
Right now, stuff are affecting his life, but you just want to make sure he's thinking,
you know, thinking all the way. Like, don't just think right now. Think about your future. And more so, I'm trying to give them tools for the future. Because we all gonna make mistakes. But you know, how do we navigate? How do we, you know, YOLO was a big thing. You only live once. And then people who live by that rule, they found out later, oh, I did all this stuff, and they have consequences. I ain't never been big on consequences. And I don't want my kids to be big on consequences. Don't do everything you think you want to do because you say, I'll pay for it later. The pay for it later is how a lot of people end up jacked up for the rest of their lives. You experiencing something so early that now you have to deal with it for the rest of your life.
That moment was fun, though.
Listen, yeah, but a lot of times it ain't worth it.
That moment is fun.
And a lot of times it's not worth it, especially since you could have experienced it later, and then it would have been in its time.
Might not have been the same.
Okay, so let's talk about.
We really don't know because we won't have the games.
We won't. But I just know a lot of young people a lot of old people who have a lot of regret.
The FOMO, yeah, you know, younger, the FOMO, fear of missing out. So, yeah.
Well, not even FOMO. because it's just well, yeah,
experience and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Like, oh, let me do it now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm young, so I can have this experience. I can do all this stuff. I just want, if possible, and the things that I can, think before you act. Just think, you know, like before you do it, think about all the frustrations that come with me raising kids. And are you ready for that right now?
He's talking about me. Never mind
No. What I'm saying is, I always want my kids to operate in wisdom, not smarts. Operate in wisdom. I want you to look at other people's situation and decide what's best for you. Not look at your situation, because sometimes you'll be the story about the fool, the smart man, and the wise man. The fool kept doing the same thing over and over. The smart person did it once because they had to learn from the experience. But the person who had wisdom watched the fool and watched the smart person go through something and never had to experience it, because they saw what the results was going to be like. I want my kids to operate in wisdom.
Yeah, the greatest teacher, the greatest lesson is experience.
I'm the smart man.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not. I don't have to lose everything I have in order to know that I don't want to experience losing everything I have.
Yeah, it's a part of it. Yeah, but you know,
go ahead.
You have to understand losses to really respect and love your game. So
no, don't get me. But see, that's the thing too. It's so many things that are out of your control. Well, life is never gonna be perfect where you're not gonna experience nothing. But you can make decisions
to where those life changing, those decisions aren't truly life changing to your, you know, what you got going on in that moment. So basically, you don't make a decision that, like you said, later on you have to pay for it. So
and I'm not talking about regular stuff. I'm just talking about, you know, overall. And like I said, everybody is you're gonna make decisions. And you're gonna think they're good in the moment, and maybe they're not, you know. And so I don't want to shame anybody.
But you don't know until you make that decision to find out it's not. That's what.
Sometimes,
you know, just hopefully that decision is, it's not too egregious that it really ruins your future going forward.
And that's my point.
That's
my point. That's my point. It's not.
Your mistakes ain't that big that it's gonna cost. That's gonna be major consequences to it.
And that's my point. You know what I'm saying? Like just pause and think. You know, is this gonna be something that's gonna be a long term? Oh shit, or something that's gonna be like, I might get a slap on the wrist, but it's worth it because I'm having a moment. You know what I'm saying? So
my thing with my kids that I always told them. I don't know if how much weight they held with this, but I would always tell my daughter and my son, whatever occasion, anything that ever popped up, think to yourself, well, I'd do this if my dad was standing right here.
Yeah.
And if you won't do it if I'm standing right there, then that's your answer to your situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes it works out. Most of the time it works out. A couple times. But and for the most part, you know what I'm saying? They roll with that, you know what I mean? And that's been their little thing that they always grade on if they should do something stupid or do something not. If my dad was here, would I do it? And if you wouldn't do it if I'm there, then you know your answer. But you know, with being young and growing and immature, you want to test them boundaries. You want to see how far that reach can go, you know? So
yeah. So when I say growing up too fast, I don't necessarily mean mistakes. I just mean something you may have put off until later when you felt like you were more prepared.
But that's when you were ready for something. Your mind never knows if they're gonna be prepared for it later. You know, like he's saying, what he's saying in that moment, you just want to test the waters, regardless of, you know, I've done plenty of things and not really consider consequences, but hopefully got through it. And now that you get older, you think back like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have been doing
That was stupid.
that.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So it's not. So I'm saying not necessarily something that was a mistake. Like, okay, so Kev, you had a kid early,
That's not a
but
mistake.
that's my point. That's not a mistake. But
Child-
that's something. But I'm saying if wouldn't you have felt more prepared later on?
grown person decision to have sex at a young age when, yeah, exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about
Yeah.
it necessarily being a mistake. I'm just saying when I look back at certain stuff, I'm like, dang, I wish I would have done it later on because now I'm in a different place to take care of it better.
What's the difference though? The difference are
No, there's definitely a difference.
Your parents taught you as you teaching him not to make those mistakes. I'm not saying I didn't have a teacher to tell me not to do those mistakes, but I didn't have somebody with me, you with your kids in the evening time. You know what I'm saying? I was by myself from, 7th, 8th grade in the evening from 3 to 11. So regardless of what I was told not to do, I had that understanding, but immature mind is like, well, why shouldn't I do this? Why not? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm doing high school, got girls over and all that stuff. So, it becomes that
I can, so why not?
I basically to where you get when you get older,
so why not?
when you get older, you start thinking like, I can, but why should I? You know what I'm saying? Just because
Exactly.
I should. But when you're younger, it was like, if I get away with it, why not? So you're not really consider consequences because you're thinking you can get away with it in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
True.
I know. But that's really what my point is. Like if I look back at things, there are experiences I would have still been a virgin. Listen, okay.
But that's what I'm saying.
Well, not right now. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I would have waited.
Yeah.
So that's why I say
I'm speaking to years because when it comes to your boy, you're there with them on him. So you can actually keep track. My mom, she gave me the tools, but yet still she wasn't there to make sure I was being on track.
Absolutely.
That's why
Absolutely.
I said that's the difference when it comes to everybody's experiences, I guess, in adolescence is going to be different.
And then, so somebody asked me, so y'all know I'm not working right now, a regular job. And so anyway, by me not working a regular job, I started back doing voice lessons. So I had somebody reach out and ask me, because she started voice lessons and we were talking about it. And then we ended up talking about like pursuing other avenues rather than getting into a regular 9-to-5 again, corporate America, all that, blah, blah, blah. And so she was telling me all of these. She gave me so much information. And so then I told her, I said, my choice was different when it came to me going out and doing a regular 9-to-5 and keeping a constant full-time gig, or even me pursuing music. Like I didn't pursue music because of the fact that I wanted to be here for my kids. Me pursuing music meant me making an album, me performing all the time, me touring. So when I thought about all those things, because of the situation that I'm in, I did not want my oldest and my youngest, because we know, their situation. I did not want them to have yet another parent who wasn't there. And so, my sacrifice was that you make whatever money comes in work. Make whatever money comes in work, because I needed to be present. So for a lot of people, everybody has their own version of what being a good parent looks like, and what the things that you sacrifice, So for me, it was like put that on the back burner, and that's not going to fit your life. Going and being that version of an artist is not going to work for you, because I wanted my imprint to be on all of my kids. I didn't want somebody else to raise my kids and have their thoughts with my kids and their values with my kids and their time with my kids. I wanted to be here. I wanted to take them to appointments. I wanted to be present as much as possible. And I've still been able to obviously perform and have a lot of different experiences. So I decided a long time ago that although I was not going to be an artist per se, I would do other things with the voice God gave me. So the voiceovers and preaching and singing and, you know, different avenues and doing background vocals and all of this stuff. So I've never stopped using my voice. It just was in a different capacity. So, you know, I say all that to say, for your mom, that's what your mom thought was best, you know? And as parents, we choose, we have to figure out for us what we think is the best avenue to take so that we can raise our kid and give our kids what they need while still taking care of a household. And I think sometimes that's the hardest part of growing up fast or growing up in certain situations, because now we have to figure out how our kids are going to operate without us. And we have to figure out how our kids are going to be latchkey kids, because I was definitely a latchkey kid. You know, my mom was home every single day in the evening, but I had to go to school by myself and I had to come home by myself. So I had a lot of time too. This got me in trouble. Got me in, I was doing things. I just wasn't caught, you know, and everything. But you know, that's another thing that made me think about being home with my kids, because I know how I was.
Yep. Guilty.
Yeah.
Scared.
Hey, yeah, I was terrified. I was terrified that, you know,
Kids gonna be doing wrong.
I'm like, I can't imagine them doing something. Not in my house. You know?
Doing something wrong. Knowing this house ain't paid for.
Listen. That's how I felt like dude from House Party. You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Robin
Who's that? Robin Harris? Robin Harris?
Yeah, Bebe's kids.
Oh, I used to love him. Drip, 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 drip. Yeah, I used to
Follow
love
the drip.
him.
Follow the drip.
Follow the drip. Yeah. But yeah, you know, like I'm scared. I was always scared of them not having a childhood.
Yeah.
So
I
That
wanted
was my
them to have their
thing with
innocence.
my kids.
well, that was my kids too, is that because sometimes I feel as though I didn't have a true childhood like that. I mean, I had a child because, you know, I was at home by myself, but still play sports. But it's almost like I don't know, maybe the guidance, missing out on some guidance at such points. Like you said, the way I was raised, the way we were raised, it affects how we are as parents now.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that regardless of, you know, I was going to be there for my child, not to say my parents wasn't there for me, but
No, I know what you mean.
that era, it was like work was priority over, you know what I'm saying, the kid, not so much the household, but, you know, I just, because
It was survival tactics back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because mind you, we talking about one parent household situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now with my situation, you know, with us, me and my wife both being here for our kids is like, it's completely different. You know what I'm saying? And this is a whole different avenue for me because, like I said, I'm coming from a single mom with 4 boys. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
oldest 4 boys, single mom, and she had to work 18 hours out of the day to feed our big black asses. So, and to keep the lights on, keep the house going. You know what I mean? So she knew she wasn't able to be there to watch everything that we did. That's why her sticks was just be good people. Like, just don't be out here acting an ass.
Yeah.
And that was basically actually everybody. From my family, the older people, my aunts, uncles, granny. My granny was a little bit more, in depth because she was a very, 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 very sweet lady. But everything was on character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't want to have to worry about you out here in the street, because if I know if your character is situated, you ain't going.
Yeah.
You might get bamboozled, talked into doing something, ran amok, led astray. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Seriously, because
But
that's one of the lessons I used to give my kids as far as when they're going out with their friends. You know, just because they're doing it, that means you have to. Basically, I don't want you to do nothing foolish just to have friends.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Have some integrity about yourself. If you know it's not right, it's almost like what you said you told your kids, and I wish I would have said that, but that was my version of telling them. Don't do stupid stuff just to make sure that, yeah, they're my friend. Nah, they aren't your friend if they're going to put you in a situation that they know they wouldn't do themselves.
Yeah.
And you don't have to jump out there just to say, yeah, I want to be your friend and be cool with me. Let's, I'll do it. Nah.
yeah,
So
I always said to them, your friend, the person that's your real friend, is not going to put you in a situation where you're going to end up in trouble.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we might have an idea to go do something. Situation gets sticky in the process of us trying to do something else. That's different. But the intention of actually going out to do something mischievous, you're a person that really cares about you is not going to put you in a situation where you're going to get in trouble.
Yep. And I'm
On
still
purpose.
like that.
On purpose.
Yeah.
On purpose.
I'm still like that. You love me, take care of me. Make sure I'm good. Make sure that you represent me well.
Watch out for my well-being.
Yeah. Because I'm real big, especially I got minister in front of my name. So wherever I go, I could see anybody from the congregation. I could see anybody from social media who knows me. So it's like you have to represent me well. If you're gonna be, with me while I'm in places, I have to know that I'm surrounded by people who are going to represent me well. I don't want to be around people who I have to question, like, if I take such and such to such somewhere, are they gonna know how to act?
Mm-hmm. Are you trustworthy? Can I trust you? Can I trust you around certain people?
Yeah.
That's why that's saying you can't take everybody everywhere.
Yeah.
How are you going to represent me when I'm not there?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the issue I'm having with fam.
Mm-hmm.
How, if you go misconstrue what I told you, how do you don't really know me then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, but it's the what I think that we are trying to get across is that we want you to stay away from the blatant.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The blatant.
Enjoy childhood. Keep innocent. I was real big on that, making sure my kids enjoy their childhood and keep their innocence. Because I wouldn't say I was a hellion, but I grew up kind of fast because of having an older brother too, who was 5 years older. So I was doing stuff
that also is
that too. That's a big factor.
When I'm 8, he's 13. So, in middle school, you start, get your people and all that. So, statute of limitations up. But had me smoking weed.
That's that perfect gap to where you at the age that everything that you see that he do look cool. You know what I mean? Like that 5-year gap, like everything you see him do, like, oh yeah, I can't wait till I get old enough that I can do that.
But not just that also, but then go over to my father's house. You know, I'm finding the adult movies now. Now I'm overstimulated at a young age, so I'm growing up.
Yeah.
So that's why
No.
when you're talking about this, I started laughing and giggling, like, yeah, that's some stuff that I was exposed to. Maybe I shouldn't have been, but at the same time, it's all in the teaching of the parent. You're gonna do those dumb stuff, but as you get older, you start thinking about this is what they were saying, this is what they then becoming a parent. It's like, yeah, okay, now I gotta pass this along. This is what you let me make sure this is not even around. So
Yeah.
can't even get into it.
Let's make sure we keep this section of the world away from these people.
But you know, having an older sibling, 5 years older, and you know, think you cool, want to look up, you know, that can. But also that brings you to what you were saying. I'm in between the smart and the wise man, seeing him do dumb stuff, where it's like I don't want to do it, but at the same time, I did my dumb stuff and went to prison once. The smart man, just like I don't. But nonetheless, still seeing enough, you know, of what he was not really doing to where my mind would be on him. Basically, I knew how to play the game. Then once I knew how to play the game, it got boring to me. Now I've always been straight up with my mom. Just never connect to her about none of that. Never try to be deceitful. Now I might omit a few things, but that's just to save myself from the preaching.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, I can sit here and vouch that yeah, I did kind of grow fast. So when you was talking about you know your boy, that's why I said the three things. I got a job, a car, and I got a girl. Oh man, like I said, my mom wasn't home. I was, you know, father at 18 though. So
and you know what your boy's doing? Call Kevin, see what Kevin's doing.
Listen.
But it's crazy because you get when you're at a certain like your age and your maturity got a lot to do with it and your surroundings, you know what I mean? And you want to be part of the crowd so you can have that story to tell. Like so when everybody is sitting around lunch table, study hall, and we all talking about what happened and what's going on, you want to be included in that combo. You know what I mean? You want to not necessarily grandstand everybody else's story, but you want your story to be just as good or not better than everybody else's. So that temptation of peer pressure, you know what I'm saying? Just stuff dangling in your face, and you just want to be part of that in crowd, you know. So self-control is a big big part of that.
Let me tell you.
Dangling in your face. That's a pause. We ain't gonna just glaze over that.
I was. What is wrong with you today? What is wrong with you? So when I was 15 or 16, 15, when I was 15, my brother moved back in-house. So my brother, the one that passed, he was the Army guy. So he was in the Army when I was 8. Because we're 10 years apart. And he was in the Army when I was 7. Because he went to the Army early. They let him in early because he graduated early. He graduated at 16. Yes. High intelligence runs in my family. But anyway, so he graduated super early. And then he went to the Army early. He got married right out of the military. And so I have an older nephew who is almost 30, if not 30. And actually, yeah, he'll be 30. He's either, I think he'll be 30 this year. I think he'll be 30 this year. And so at that time, when he came, he had gotten married and he was so stable and all this stuff. And so I used to go over there. We used to hang out, all this stuff. But then he got a divorce. He got a divorce and started wilding out. And so when he got his divorce and started wilding out, he lasted in his house maybe a year or more. And he ended up moving back home. And so he moves home when I'm 15 years old. He's 25. I'm 15. Perfect timing for me. Okay. because he was wilding out, doing everything. First of all, he was good at everything. So at one point he was unloading trucks, and he would unload the trucks so fast that they would time him. And they made it a whole game because he would unload the trucks, right? He just wanted quick money. Okay. So he would unload trucks. Then at one point he was a stripper.
Whoa.
He was a stripper, and he had blonde hair, and his name was Goldie, okay? Because it's blonde hair and then his last name. And so I'm 15, 16 years old. I lose my flower. And my brother is home. He finds out. But at around that time, like, he's like, you know, older siblings, they cool about it, but he was also protective. Right. You know, when you got older siblings, you experience and stuff. He was a smoker. He drank. He started rapping. It was so random. He had so much going on. But at that age, you know, I'm seeing everything. He's doing everything. And he used to take me with him sometimes. Him and his friends, they would go smoke in the attic, and they would be passing around and stuff, but he couldn't directly give it to me anyway, because he felt like, I can't do this. I can't give it to my sister. But at that point, he was exposing me to so much. You know what I mean? Like, none of it will I have ever experienced with my little church going beautiful mama. But with my brother, like, my mother would be like, how do you even know this kind of music? Because all we listened to was church music, and all I sang was church music. But with my brother, with my aunties and uncles and everybody else, I had everything else going on. I remember, so I was a latchkey kid, and I remember staying over my aunts and uncles, and having to do stuff at their house, and like, it's just a whole bunch of stuff that I'm like, as kids, I kind of shielded my kids from, because I felt like certain stuff I wasn't supposed to be a part of. You know, what happened to JB?
I don't know what that was me.
But, you know, certain stuff I felt like I was not supposed to be a part of. But then again, if you don't have, like, I struggle with the balance of, you have to know certain stuff so you're not gullible.
Yeah.
So what am I to say? Who am I to say that certain stuff was too grown? Because if I didn't experience it then I wouldn't understand how to deal with it now. So, like, I'm looking at life now, like, you know, certain stuff I do feel like maybe I was exposed to too early, because, like, I was in jail. Not in jail, but I went to go see my dad for 17 years. So I was constantly at the jail. You know, you had to strip, you had to you go in, and I'm around all these convicts. And I also think that kind of shaped me. So that's what I'm saying. So you kind of never know in some aspects what's growing up too fast. Because if you didn't have those experiences before, then now you're almost delayed later on for learning a lot of the things about life, because it's certain stuff that prepared me for life. I ended up doing prison ministry. So going and preaching and going and teaching and singing at these jails and praying over these men that were in jail. And where I could have been a person who was scared about what is this person convicted for, and you know, this person is, you know, a pedophile, and this person is a murderer, this person is, where I could be a person who is so nervous about exposing myself to all that, all I was able to see was the person. You know, so was that me growing up too fast because I was exposed to that? Or is that me having an experience that prepared me for what I would do later?
That's what it was. And it was an experience that made you comfortable, that
Yeah.
you was able to do that part wouldn't weird you out.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's experiences that you go through in life, is whether they're good or bad. Like they always say, whatever don't kill you make you stronger. So everything's a learning lesson. Everything is something that you can, if it doesn't, if the consequences ain't detrimental enough to you that it ruins you,
Yeah.
it's a learning lesson. It's a lesson that you got to go through, survive, deal with, came out, conquered, and now you get to share this experience, ups, downs, goods, bads, lefts, rights, whatever you want to, it might be, with somebody, you know, younger than you, or that hasn't been through that, or that's on the path of going through that, and you recognize it because it looks familiar, and you could kind of, you know, try to sway them, drop some knowledge on them. But, you know,
Yeah.
it's all up to them if they want to retain, listen, and apply.
Well, kids are resilient.
Very. A lot more resilient than we give them credit for.
He just likes to say that because it teased me off, JB.
Oh, but it's the truth.
It's
truth.
not the truth.
It is.
It's not. I don't agree.
Sometimes, depending on what it is, it can cause trauma. The resilience, you know, certain things that you should go through that cause trauma. That's gonna make you grow up too fast. You know.
We had
a
a whole show about kids not being resilient. Every once in a while he likes to get on my nerves and say that kids are resilient, and I say that kids are not resilient. Kids who go through trauma express it in so many different ways. They are either broken down and don't know how to deal. You said axe murderers,
mass murderers, trauma. They don't go to therapy. Don't get therapy.
Yeah, they're not resilient. They don't bounce back. They just put it in a treasure chest until later and become Epstein.
R. Kelly,
like Michael Jackson, all of the people out there. And not saying that Michael Jackson was guilty. I'm just saying he was traumatized. That's what I'm saying about Michael.
One thing Michael Jackson did was hold his baby over a banister.
No, I remember that day too. But no, I'm just saying. All of these adults who we see have mental issues or some kind of psychosis going on. They were kids who dealt with stuff. You know, these kids were not protected. These kids were beaten. These kids were sexually assaulted. R. Kelly was sexually assaulted. Boom. What grows up to be a sexual assailant, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Some people was turned out as adults too.
True. But I'm just saying, that's why I say kids are not resilient. I don't like saying that they bounce back, because they don't. They just become adults who try and figure out how to process their hurt.
That trauma.
Yeah.
I've been through some hellacious things. I think I'm all right.
I know where I've been tested, brother.
I know where my issues are. Trust me, but
yeah.
I've been through some stuff, and you know, I'm cool. I'm cool. I guess. For the most part.
But I'm just saying, you know, I do think kids are resilient in forgiveness, and they're more accommodating. But that's also
what do you mean?
Also, huh?
I said, what do you mean by more like kids
who they're more likely to forgive the abuser, regardless of what.
Yeah, they're more likely to forgive you for things or in disregard things that you have done to them because they want you to be around, because they don't want to lose you, because they don't want to be in a place where they don't have that person who they think is substantial in their lives. They're more likely to
accept that pain, just to
accept it. Yep. I tell my son all the time, tell your dad when you're upset or when you feel some kind of way. And it's not so that he is disrespectful. It's that I want him to have open communication with his father. But he's not willing to do that because of the fact that he doesn't see him on a constant basis. So he doesn't want to ruin the little bit that he gets. How about that?
It's not comfortable, so he doesn't want to make it more uncomfortable than what it is.
Exactly. He doesn't want to lose the time that he gets. So, and
that makes sense.
And then, you can only do what you can do. So I'm not saying anything bad about his dad. I'm just saying, that's just a small thing of kids making. You know what I hate? I hate when adults say, I told the kid to call me. They never call me. Who's the adult? Who's the adult? Who's the kid? It's not their responsibility. It's completely your responsibility to make sure that you do everything possible to keep the lines of communication open. It's never the kid.
To an extent.
I'm saying
I reach out, but they also can reach out also to kind of.
I'm not talking about as adults. I'm talking about as a kid. I'm talking as a kid.
What you mean?
I think moms
as
and
a
dads
child. I'm not talking about once your child becomes an adult and they have different understanding. I'm talking about in the process of. I remember. What was you saying, Debbie? Before I keep going.
Now I was saying moms and dads would probably take two different stands from this, because a dad will tell a kid, well, the hell with you for the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to be like that, then kick rocks.
Yeah.
But you
just proved my point.
But it's to teach a lesson though. It's not detrimental to the kid. It's not.
Guess what it is?
Not really, because in the long run, if the kid got a mind about itself, he's gonna learn the lesson. He should learn the lesson from it, because it all depends on his makeup. You know what I mean?
Kids don't
learn. Kids don't learn that. They learn that you care less.
Before you say that, you should have a conversation at least.
I'm telling you.
You've had it. I'm sure. Look, if you come to the point where you saying, well, then the hell with it. You spoke. I mean, you just ain't gonna say the hell with it off top, right?
Damn those kids.
I'm talking about a kid. I'm talking about me as an adult. Me as a kid. Let me tell you. So, my dad will forever get props with me for how he engages with his children. Not that he did everything right, but when he was wrong, he fought to be back in our lives. He did not stop calling. Even if he called at a time that would piss us off. Because he would call at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. Piss me off every time. But he was consistent, and he remains consistent. Even now, when my siblings are in their 50s and I'm in my 40s, my dad still reaches out to us and makes sure that we know that he loves us, that he's there, that he wants to be a part of our lives. He still fights with us. He fights more with my siblings than me. He fights more with my older siblings because they were really upset with him. Really, really upset. And they still have, most of the time, do not call him dad. Most of the time, do not say the I love yous. They're doing better because he remained consistent. So father's saying, well, to hell with you, that does not help anything. Yeah, that never helps. No, because that's why most of the time Kids will be closer to their mother because their mother still says, I love you, I need you, I want you in my life. A father who does that will always have the respect of their children.
Man.
My father, just like the Lord don't leave us. The Lord he tells us that he is a gentleman and he's not going to put himself in a place that we do not want him, but at the same time he makes it known that he is always there. No, we need to always know that our Father is there. There should never be a time where you go on with your life and be like, peace.
My father, Melvin Twitty was like that. Damn them kids.
Damn them kids. Yeah. So how did that make you feel?
For me?
Yeah.
Well, being the youngest, I don't know. It bothered me, but it didn't. I will speak on the fact of, him and my brother was at it. Not my brother, say mom, dad. One of my older brothers. My older brother wanted him to sign for a car. And my dad, the dealership or something called my dad about a signature. So my father proceeded to say that, I'm not going to sign for him. I don't even trust him. Didn't sign for the car. My brother was very upset behind that, but it upset me, because at him, I don't mess with the kind of, so I was like, ho, don't badmouth my sibling. Now that I got older, don't badmouth my sibling in front of me, Pop. Because do you do that about me when you're talking to them?
Yeah.
Furthermore, if you have an issue with my brother, your child, call your child. Talk to your child. Why would you tell that man your business? Call your child and have a conversation with him. Let him know how you feel. Get out the way. Because my understanding, they was cool. If something changed in that moment, and it was during COVID. I mean, my brother, he called me. He was hot. He was all upset, man. I was like, listen, bro, I holler at him. But I was on my dad's neck about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You always been like that, Pops. And that's probably why our relationship as siblings aren't like it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm sure it had to been a reason for it.
Here's the thing.
Not your grown child, though.
Here's the thing. Sometimes it's just a man being selfish.
It's a shitty tactic, but I'm sure it's a reason for it.
The reason for it. How many good men?
Why would he tell him he don't trust him?
Because he's shady. How many good men just don't talk to their kid and their kids don't care about them? How many good men you know? No offense to your dad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying how many men who are present in their kids' life who had talks with them, who all of those things. How many of those kids don't talk to their fathers, or don't respect their fathers, or don't come back to their fathers?
Well,
I don't know. Everybody who I know
try to drag Jared back to me like
that.
You said
no,
who?
but I'm
Jared. No, I'm saying.
But where he back? He back, ain't he?
He'll talk. Yeah,
you leave my baby alone.
No, but I mean, but see, this is my point. Like a mom and a dad, our angles is coming from two different directions. You know what I mean? Like it's like, all right. I'm gonna put my positions out there.
I was gonna say, can I put it? I was gonna put it in a nutshell for you, but I go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Now I'm gonna just put mine out there a little bit. All right. Like we're gonna take my oldest for a minute. My daughter. Now my daughter, she's a female version of me, but she's a girl version of me. So where I think a lot of stuff, she'll think the same stuff, but she gonna say it. You know what I mean? So on that point, everybody in her circle will try not to upset her. If she get upset, it'll curve the conversation. I ain't gonna say she can kind of bully her way out of stuff, but if she gets upset, it changes the dynamic of the conversation. I'm the only person on the planet that she can't pull that stuff with. So it's like I'm her dad, so she can't. If you wrong, you wrong. I don't care if you get mad, cuss
Yeah.
me out, talk back, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna call you on your stuff if you need to be called on it. Now you can pull these other tactics with everybody else, and everybody else will back off a little bit, even your mom. But your dad ain't gonna play that mess with you because your dad is there to let you know what's good, what's not good. I'm not, I want to be in your life. I want you to love me as much as you possibly can, but I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to make sure you are an upstanding citizen in this world and you can live a life without having to ask me or your mother for help every 25 minutes. So
Well, I
that's the
think that's
different,
different, JB.
because that's the different tactics of being of the dad and the mom. Because to a certain extent, a mom will play that role, but somewhere along the line, she's going to become the coddler. Like, oh, my poor baby, poor baby, poor baby. Somewhere along the line, it might not be right away. It might not be, you know what I mean? But somewhere along that line of
No,
the
I can
dispute,
agree.
Well, in a
I
nutshell,
can agree.
that the mother is usually more of the nurturer to where the father gives the real world aspects.
I can agree with that. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm
Right.
talking about when a father has, first of all, not been a father all the way,
Mhm.
where
I
they
would say, I
haven't been
don't,
present.
no, I don't,
And
I don't know.
then they did, or when they have been minimally present and they disconnect and want kids to reach out to them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's not fair.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
no.
not talking about that's being a parent.
That's where I'm at, because
Yeah,
I've never even
that's being a
met my
parent.
because I like me not knowing who my, we'll call him a sperm donor is. It's like if this person was to choose to pop in my life now and then try to regulate,
That's different.
that's gonna be a problem.
Absolutely.
I done did all this without none of your guidance. So
Yeah.
And see,
it's irrelevant.
that's exactly where my siblings come from. Because I
Okay.
was 21 when my dad
Yeah,
got
that's a
out,
whole
but my
different
siblings
ball.
were 31 and 32.
Right.
So it's a lot different for them it's a lot different for me to forgive in a different way, because I can say, well, I did visit him for 17 years. You know what I'm saying? I visited him the whole time he was gone. And so, and then he constantly,
different.
yeah. Now I will say, and then my mom was married to him the whole time. So that's different. That's a different dynamic. For them, their mom was not connected to him anymore like that. And and I know he was writing me all the time. I can't imagine him not writing them. I know he wrote. I know my daddy. My daddy is consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad, I can give him, he can get on my nerves. But I cannot take away from him the fact that he is a consistent, disciplined, for the most part, he's a very disciplined and consistent individual. So if he was writing me, I know he was writing them.
Your older siblings?
Yeah, they're 10 and 11 years older than me.
So they probably actually saw the drama. You know what I mean? Because
I won't say they, well, maybe some of it. I'll say more so that he just wasn't there.
Okay.
So trying to build a relationship after 30 years, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, that's kind of
Because
like
they
my
feel
wife.
like they didn't have one.
Yeah, that sounds like my wife's story with her pops and her parents. Like, cause she's the youngest, and all of her older siblings is like, forget them.
Yeah.
But I always say they probably actually saw, the mishaps and the whatever mischief that was going on at that time. You was probably too young to really, really, really recognize it. So they probably seen it, cycled it, remember it, got it at the store, you know, so it's a different.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
It's definitely a difference. But I will say his pursuit of all of us is the same.
Okay.
Because even with me, like I didn't real like I used to talk to him, but my mom would have to make me write him. And it wasn't my thing is out of sight, out of mind. So it wasn't so much that I was so angry because you ain't here. I don't have nothing to really be angry about.
Right.
Not to mention I did remember stuff and then I knew stuff. So, you know, I had my feelings about things, but at the same time, out of sight, out of mind. So my mom would have me write them. And then, like I said, we would go and see him every once in a while. And, you know, so that part happened, but I didn't realize how much anger I had until he returned home. When he returned home, listen, it was rough.
Well,
So I didn't, he got home.
The dynamic changed.
The dynamic completely changed because now this was not a person I could ignore.
Yeah, now he's here.
Now he's here. Now he's here. He's in my space. He's in my face. And my dad was arrogant. So it was like, it was a man, you know, manly men, especially men of that era, have this whole I'm the man situation going on. And you don't tell me, and it's gonna go how I want it to go, and all that stuff, you know. And
my way or the highway.
My way, yeah, like I'm
gonna get your own.
I'm home now, you know. So at that and we laugh about it because like he used to do these classes. He used to do these classes that he would have me come and tell my side of the story. So like we laugh about it and whatever, and I just talk about how he was around there peacocking. You know what I'm saying? Acting like he owned the place when in all actuality, I don't know you to be here. So all of a sudden, my mama door closed. Why my mama door closed? You know, listen, my mama door closed after not ever remembering my mama's door closed. You know what I'm saying? So I start going through stuff, and then he had this mishap when he you know, after some time but you know, everything got good and bad because all, you know, even with the bad, one day I came in the house and he was watching a video of me and my friends singing. We did a concert and my mom had told him about it and she wanted to show him. So she's like, Lisa, can you get the CD, not CD, what was it called? The VHS, so your daddy can see, you know, y'all perform. And I said, no, I'm cool. And so she was like, they couldn't figure out while I was acting up. I was like, he wasn't here. What? I don't have to show him something. He just wasn't here. And I didn't realize until those moments, I didn't realize how I felt about him not being here.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how it felt to say that my dad wasn't in the household and to tell people where he was. Or have to hide where he was, or have to tell him what he did, or you know what I'm saying. And then now he's home, and now everything is flipped. And I literally had to have a conversation with him where I was like, I understand. That same day, I told him, I said, I understand, you know, kind of wanting to understand me and see all this stuff. But we cannot get that time back that we lost. I need to know who you are right now.
But he was doing that was his catching up. That was
him and my mother.
But did he
I ain't gonna say that ain't have nothing to do with you technically, but that was him getting his thing.
Was he telling you he was trying to catch up, or was he just?
I don't know if it was. I think it was him and my mom. I think my mom was trying.
What had been doing. That's what he's in the.
But I don't know if it was him or my mom. I feel like it was more so my mom trying to, because I was disconnected.
So
And they saw that I was disconnected. So it was like, connect with her on things that you couldn't be here for. Remember, I told you about this. Well, here is the video. Remember, I told you about this. Here is the plaque. Here is this, and here is that. And here are her friends. Like she was telling him about my friends. She was telling him about my experiences and all this stuff. And they, at the time, I was so closed off that it was like, how do I break through these walls? And so I had to tell him, you're not going to break through by trying to experience me from a person you never met. You can't make up for not being there. But I need to know who you are now. Who are you right now?
that's crazy. To me, it sounds like you're punishing him.
You said what?
To me, it sounds like you're punishing him.
It wasn't a punishment. It was for me, it wasn't like don't understand who I was. It was just me saying that you connecting to all these things that have nothing to do with who I am right now. I was 21.
Yeah.
So
But he's trying to
I
bring himself up
understand.
to speed.
Don't get me wrong. I hear you.
Yes. So when he came home, you wasn't happy. Hold on, 21. You was out the house when he came home. Talking about her door was closed, huh?
No. Well, no. So I left when he came home. We had a big falling out, and I ended up moving out.
So you wasn't.
And that was my first time.
He came home when he was on his way home. You wasn't excited about him coming home.
No. So let me tell you what happened, and then we gotta wrap up. Whatever.
Yeah.
But so when he came home, so we have been poor and struggling the whole time he was gone, and my mom had carpal tunnel. This is back when they were giving, like you could do I don't know if they still do it, but you could do a claim, workman's comp. She did a workman's comp claim for her carpal tunnel, and had waited all this time to get a payment. She got the payment right before he got out, and because he was getting out of jail, he had nothing. So she had to spend all of the money that she had just gotten from a settlement she had been waiting on getting him underwear, t-shirts, socks, clothes, shoes, everything.
What's wrong with that?
For somebody who watched their mother struggle,
Mm-hmm.
and she finally had a lump sum that she could do something with, and now she can't even spend it on herself. She has to spend it on this person. And then my dad came out. My dad came out peacocking. Remember I said that. So he was very arrogant with it. And it was like, my wife, my wife, my wife. And my mom was always a very good wife. My mom, there was never a man in my mom's house. And my mom never cheated. My mom never had people in and out of the house. My mom was a really good woman. She took care of me by herself. She did everything by herself. She struggled by herself. And in that moment, I was upset because when she finally got something for herself, it went all the way to him. And then he came out with the attitude that he came out with. So that's what pissed me off. That started us off bad. If he would have came out humble, that would have been different.
Sound like she held him down to me.
She did. But at the same time,
yeah, I mean,
sound like she held him down.
Yeah, that's nice. But at the same time, I always look at stuff from the different standpoints.
No, I trust me. Being the youngest child, I get what you said, but also being a father who did time.
Yeah, I mean, it was great for him.
So I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah, it was great for him,
and
I'm sure it was great for you to have somebody waiting on you.
Are you saying that basically came
out?
It's
not great. I mean, I'm sure being in jail and having to come on getting out of jail is great, but having to start your life.
But coming home to somebody who cares.
But you wanted to prove yourself. What she's saying is that he came out basically saying that it should be done almost.
I'm back.
Arrogant.
Not that Yeah, no. Now I will say, like I said, this is very nuanced.
Yeah.
It's not something that I can just say. You know, one feeling came across. It was a lot of feelings.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
21.
That's
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot. It was a lot that went along with it. But I will say, people's personalities go a long way.
Yeah.
And humble goes a long way.
That's why I said I totally get what you said. You know, you watch your mom struggle for him to come home and act like that. It was almost
Entitled.
not so much entitled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get.
Yeah, I want to see gratefulness.
As a father coming out of prison too, I also was like, well, hey, if I don't got nothing, help me out. But I was able to work it.
Yeah.
$dollars.
And my dad, I will say, that's another thing I respect about my dad. My dad came out, and although my mom was getting up every day to go to work, my dad got up every single day looking for a job. He still went old school and got up every single day before my mom, so that he could be out of the house before my mom to look for a job, because he never wanted to be the deadbeat that was still in the bed chilling while his wife was out working. My dad worked night jobs. He worked in and out jobs. My dad struggled, and when he was rewarded with his actual job that he completed that he did until he retired, he earned it. So, I'm not taking that part away from him. I'm just saying, in that moment, that's why I felt the way I felt, because I had all these changes at once.
Yeah, you ain't know no better.
Yeah, and I felt like he should have known better. There's a gratefulness. There's a gratefulness a gratefulness that should come, because nobody owes you anything. I don't care if they're your spouse. She didn't owe him everything. Especially, you don't know what she experienced beforehand. You know what I mean? So you don't know what she experienced during. So, there's a balance. There's a balance. But anyway, so we can talk about that another time. Because I know we have feelings about all of that.
Great.
But all in all, what I did learn is that my experiences of growing up too fast in some areas actually have really shifted how I look at things, and how I embrace life. And everything is going to have good and bad, pluses and minuses. Would I change some things? Heck yeah. People say I wouldn't change a thing, because I would change everything that was bad. Because I feel like a different experience. If I knew better, I would do better. And so, yes, if I knew to do better, I would do better. In certain aspects I did, in certain aspects I should have. But anyway, growing up too fast can lead to decisions that you don't have to make. And so for me, I hope that I can impart into my children and into other young people and whoever else to pace themselves. Take it one day at a time, and be conscious of your decisions, because you don't want to do something now that's going to have long-term effects. Guys, have your wrap-ups.
Yeah, don't let a 10-second decision cause you a lifetime of trauma.
Only 10 seconds?
I mean, much.
Sorry.
It don't take much.
It don't take much.
But
I'm sorry.
Sometimes that minute, 2, 5, whatever, however minute decision can affect your life 20, 30 years on down. So
absolutely
do what you can. At least hopefully you have some type of stable adults in your life that can give you some true guidance, to give you some understanding, some clarity.
Absolutely.
Whatever the instructions may be, hold them dear to your heart. You'll find out if they're positive or not, but hold them dear to your heart till you figure that out. But just try not to get too much trouble or a situation that you can't get yourself out of.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
JB?
I agree with all that, but coming from the other angle, the elders in your life is in your life for a reason. Take heed to what they say, kind of listen, they've been there before. It's the reason why people would experience like to share their wisdom. So if you're blessed enough to have some older people in your life that got some sense, be be very open to what they say. You don't have to take it for everything that it is, but get your nourishment from it and do what you can from it and learn your lessons from the lessons you're taught. Because believe it or not, a lot of the older people in your life is there to teach you good stuff.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for Oh Comes the Dawn with Lisa, Kevin, JB, the show that talks about life's lessons, whether good, bad, or ugly. Each week we are here usually just from 7 to 9 p.m. on Facebook Live and YouTube. Please join us next week for more of the topics of how to change life and how to operate through life and how to get through it together. So thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night, everyone.